Welcome. This is the Results for Development team to be the learning partner for the Partnership to Strengthen Innovation and Practice in Secondary Education. I'm Nick Burnett, the Managing Director for Education at Results for Development.
I'm Shubha Jayaram, Senior Program Officer at R4D.
I'm Jordan Worthington, and I'm a Program Associate at R4D.
And I'm Tara Hill, and I'm also a Program Associate at R4D.
R4D was founded about 7 years ago to find new ways of tackling tough development challenges, especially in health and in education. And our work in education is focused particularly on innovations, on secondary education, on skills, and on innovative finance. And so it's a very good fit for us to be the learning partner for the Partnership to Strengthen Innovation and Practice in Secondary Education, which was formed in 2012 by several donors that wanted to foster innovation at the secondary education level. To date, these donors have made about 42 grants, totaling some $24 million to grantees in 3 regions, East Africa, Nigeria, and India. And they're currently engaged in a 3rd round of about $13 million. I'll now hand over to my colleague Shubha Jayaram to say more about our particular work as a learning partner.
Great. So our role at R4D as a learning partner is to serve 3 key roles. And I have to say that we provide support to both the grantees as well as the donors themselves. And our roles encompass 3 buckets. The first bucket of what we do revolves around providing technical support to the grantees. The donors support grantees in India, East Africa, and Nigeria, and we provide technical support to these grantees as and when it's needed. The second role is focused on supporting peer-to-peer networking and learning. To this end, we've organized convenings in each of the 3 regions, and we also foster peer-to-peer learning through online forums such as our community of practice. The third key role that we perform is to synthesize the learnings coming out of the work of the different grantees. So we seek to add to the evidence base in the secondary education space and inform other stakeholders of what works and what doesn't work within the secondary education sector. I'm now going to turn it over to my colleague Jordan to talk a little bit more about how we engage with our local learning partners in these different regions.
So R4D isn't just an organization that's based in Washington, D.C. Integral to our work as learning partner for PSIPSE is our collaboration with local learning partners. And we have 3 local learning partners. The first, Catalyst Management Services, or CMS, is based in Bangalore. The second, the Center for Social Sector, Education and Policy Analysis, or CEPA, is based in Nairobi. And the third, the Education Partnership Center, or TEP Center, is based in Lagos. And each of these local learning partners have actually produced their own videos of introduction, so you can learn a bit more about their specific work that they're doing in their respective countries. So we have chosen to work with local learning partners because they bring years of technical assistance experience as well as advocacy, evaluation, and research expertise to their work in their specific regions. And they, as local learning partners, are the first point of contact for the projects that the PSIPSE Collaborative is funding. As a part of their work so far, each local learning partner has worked to provide technical assistance to the grantees, especially in areas of monitoring and evaluation. And they've also provided peer networking and in-country contacts for organizations when they've needed it. Additionally, they've produced themes and challenges reports as a part of our larger learning partner analytical work, which my colleague Tara can talk a bit more about.
So as part of our work as learning partner for the PSIPSE project, as my colleague Jordan just mentioned, we are very keen to draw out analytical lessons from the PSIPSE Collaborative and the grantees working within the project. And so as part of this, we have produced several reports over the course of the past year in conjunction with our local learning partners to really draw out some of the key lessons and challenges that many of the programs working within the collaborative are facing. Because again, one of the goals of the PSIPSE project is to foster mutual learning between the various grantees. And so this process began in 2012 with a project mapping exercise whereby we identified common themes and approaches that applied to programs across the collaborative, and has continued largely this year, where we will be also working with local learning partners to put out several more analytical reports, as my colleague Jordan referenced previously. So while we will be working with local learning partners to generate these, we also really value the input of the grantees themselves, and we hope that you will share with us your priorities as well in terms of what you would like to see coming out of the PSIPSE project as analytical learning reports.
Great, and so on behalf of my team, I think we're very, very excited to be part of the PSIPSE community, and we look forward to engaging with all of you in the months ahead.